Hello Sagittarius, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Getting closer to Christmas, I know, but I'm going to get these videos out for everybody. And each astrological sign anyway, and before Christmas. And just for the next couple of weeks. So today is the 23rd of December. And I'm up to you, Sagittarius, today. So this will run through until the 30th of December, so possibly a little bit longer. We'll see, give or take a few days, maybe a few weeks, depending on where you are with your understanding and perception of things and where your journey is taking you to at the moment, or with how it's taking you through. Yeah, where and how your journey is taking you through at the moment. So anyway, so once again, welcome. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I just want to invite those of you who haven't subscribed to do that now, or at the end of the video, or before you, if you get halfway through. It was just a reminder to, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also feel free to leave a comment or a thumbs up. It's just nice to know how it is worked out for some people. Like it may not work out for you, and may not understand it right now. So if you do, that's wonderful. If you don't, don't throw it right out the window. Okay, so as I always, like to remind everybody that these messages that come through with these reads are general. Okay, so which is why they may or may not resonate with you. So they are in a way timeless. So this may not resonate with you right now. So it may be something more, maybe even for some people, even a year later, 6 months, or a week or two later than the date that I've specified. But just feel, just know that it could be, they are timeless in a way. Okay. So the other thing is, what I would suggest though is checking out one of your other signs. So this is for Sagittarius. So Sagittarius may be in your astrological chart. It could be your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign that it falls under for you. So the sun is about our basics. This is the basics, basically what I'm just going to, so you kind of get an idea for those of you who are wondering why I'm saying that. So the sun covers basically covers our personality, talks a bit about that. The moon is more around our intuition and our emotions, and energetically wise, how we, as you know, when you think about the moon, how there's the flows, the ebbs and lows, and the highs and the lows. And as when the tides, shift around, change around, the energy changes. So just, if you're think about it in that way. And then we have the soul purpose or our soul journey with the rising sign. And also with the Venus sign, with all those either, could be about love, career, and also, around the family and that sort of thing. So just to give you, just a brief, basic explanation about that. So if you do not know what your other signs are, just remember there is a link, if you haven't checked that out yet, in the description box below that has a website, or rather, that has in the description box below, that has a link in there that will take you to a website that has a free calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. So today we are going I'm going to be using the Voyager Tarot, possibly the Rider-Waite, not Wake. I'm thinking of wakeboard. So there maybe some of you that are going on a wakeboard for some reason. I'm hearing that. There's that coming through, a vision coming through, and also the Sacred Earth. So I've picked up the Voyager Tarot first, so I'm going to be using those. And I started shuffling, and as I was shuffling and the decks before I started, this oppression came out. The Five of Wands came out. So I held that out. I kept that out. So I don't always get the cards, but I do feel like that one is a keeper for now, in the sense part of the reading. So today we're going to kind of look at what we're I say kind of because where are they going with that? there's this kind of energy that's around lately, and it may be like, oh, I think, or I kind of want to go this way, and I kind of want to go that way, or I think that's where I'm going, you know, that sort of energy. So it's like you kind of feel like you want to go this way, but then something is pulling you this way or that way, or there may be two or three things that are like maybe pulling you off direction where you thought or felt you were going to head, but things have changed, and I feel like for a lot of you over a period of time it's showing up. You know, things are changing, and maybe some of you haven't been adapting to it too well as far as the perception about things and energetically wise. So it's just like there is, for some of you, it's just the way that it is in a way, and it's kind of like that word has been coming up, like that phrase. It's like there is yeah, it's like, okay, where they go, there's, because they're showing me there's something you thought you were going to be doing, and there's something else where you would have liked to have gone, but you've taken it, you took up something, or you did something and you started it, and you've had to like take a break. So take a break from that, and just wait for things to unfold because of the timing wasn't quite right. And I get the feeling that there was something where you thought it's like the timing may be right, but it's not that. So you may be feeling a little bit oppressed in a way. So this is what the Five of Wands in this deck talks about here, which is pretty much what the Five of Wands is like in, you know, most of the other decks when you think about it. But because the Five of Wands this is you, and you know, being in the fire sign, you know, and Five of Wands has come up, this is you. So there's the spread and the view that we're going to be looking at today with the cards is, you know, what do I need to do for myself, like in the now, and what is happening in the now, and how can I move through that. So this is maybe where some of you are in the now. It could be like just like a little bit in the recent past, and you may have moved through it. Like I say, it's kind of like a little bit timeless, this the messages that are coming. It's, some of you may not be quite there yet, so you may be sensing it may be coming up, and or heading, things may be heading towards that direction where you're feeling that it's going to happen, or it will happen. So, and then it's like talking, and then there's some messages that will come through about what am I doing to block myself, or what is potentially blocking you. And you know, and what is the first step, or second or third step, and we'll see where spirit take us with that. Okay, it's how many steps they're talking, and you know, general advice or suggestions and how you can move through it, and what you can do while you're moving through whatever it is that's happening for you. Gosh, so anyway, with the Five of Wands has come out, so it talks about oppression. So oppression, you know, you may be in that right now and feeling like really quite stuck, and things are like all over the place, because if you're looking at there, things are upside down, going through holes, jumping through, and you may be feeling like you're jumping through through loops or holes and things like that, or trying to fill gaps, and you know, not seeing things clearly, and things may be just all over the damn place, so scattered in that. So, and it's maybe you're not, and so it's not coming together for you, like it's just, you know, it's not going or synergy, and synergistically is the word that I'm hearing. So it's just not coming together, and you're feeling maybe stuck. There could be something where people, you may be feeling like certain circumstances in your life where people, you may be in a way stuck or held up because of some things happening with certain people around you, where you may be having to give a little bit of time and do it, you know, do some other things in the meantime, or you know, while you're on the way to where it is where you're really wanting to head to. But it's all part of the journey, spirit is saying. Okay, so whatever, you know, whatever skills and things, you know, and abilities and things like that you're picking up, and networking, meeting people, and you know, and releasing people from your life. It's like it's, you know, or from your life, and in many different ways they're talking about those changes it's kind of like there's this clearing out process that's needed to come to fruition in order to bring about the bigger picture for where you know, originally, well, not just originally, I'm just hearing where one of your main original ideas was, you know, paths, or where we're wanting or are, and still are wanting to head towards. Far out. Cool. So, and interesting, like they're talking about here, you know, moving into the Two of Wands, so purity. So there's this thing about, you know, the Two of Wands, and maybe there's been a window of opportunity there, because the Two of Wands is like, yeah, this is you again, is, you know, standing out there, looking at what opportunities are out there for you, you know, to take up as far as financially, relationships, all sorts of things, and, you know, pretty much a few things in your life. But it's like once you feel like you've got something running, it's like it'll just affect, there'll be that trickle on effect, or that ripple effect, that it just ripples out into everything and things will start moving. All you need is one thing to do, but I feel like a lot of it, there's a sorrow behind it. So there may be, coming back to this oppression, and maybe feeling like that because there was like a missed opportunity, okay, there, because we have the sorrow card here with the Six of Cups. So there's something that maybe that you may be feeling a little bit, like sad about, or a little bit emotional about, in the sense that it's come up where you may be feeling like you've lost an opportunity. But I do feel like there is hope, because what I'm drawn to in this card here is like, even though there's that window and there's like this, a wand or a light or candle actually, but there's some sunlight shining in the background in the distance there. So, and there's like this, but you know, this opening where the clouds open up, and then it gets a little bit stronger, brighter in this card. So what I'm what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is like, this is not about giving up. This is about that window of, it's waiting, the window of opportunity that you thought you had was not actually the window of opportunity. So in a way, it was like letting you know what was happening with whatever happened, and it was like, you've got some information. It's like, now you know what you need to do in order to continue on, you know, with it, when this next, I'm hearing, round or next opportunity reveals itself to you or appears, okay? So, and I do feel like it's like things have changed or changing with this idea or ideas for some of you, and how this whole picture unfolds or unravels in the future. But it's like there is definitely something coming up. But it's like there's a little bit of sorrow or sadness that you weren't able to do it, and there may have been a lot of sadness around it. So, but on saying that, it's, you know, there were things that were in the pipeline, or in alignment with it, that it wasn't in alignment with how it should have been. They're kind of like watching the words. So maybe that you're needing to watch your words and the way that you express them, because I just wanted to like stop. That should have been, and that's like, it could have been a great opportunity. However, it wasn't fully aligning up. So, and for the best, you know, for the best possible outcome. But I do, yeah, so I'm just going to leave that there and see what else I've got come up. So there's something about like releasing that still, and, you know, what the Spirit is saying is like, it's not so much, the block is about, you know, holding on too tightly to it, because the Two of Wands is about purity as well. In this deck, it talks about purity. I wanted to say that word. So whatever it is, to me, like, that's why I say there's something about that's not over yet, but so release the emotion from it and not let that hold you back or block it. That's pretty much where I feel that's the block. So it's like knowing that actually it's coming up, but it's just like the timing is out. And then we have the Man of Wands here. So the Man of Wands in this deck, is they call the Man of Wands, is the King of Wands in here. So there's the actor in this card, in this deck, with how they explain the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, yes, I'm hearing actor. So he acts really well. He is one who is very charismatic, and he knows how to play the game, and what I'm hearing here. Okay, so he plays his own game in a way, but he knows how to play the game, but in his own game, and knowing when to take a risk, but a calculated risk. Okay, he's a risk taker, but he takes them calculated. He makes calculated risks, or takes calculated risks. But he's also, he's that businessman and that entrepreneur, and he knows when to make a move and when not to make a move, So I'm feeling like there must be something new coming up, because there's something new about the King of Wands as well. So there's 2 or 3 things going on here. So he could mean actually a new beginning, because there is a phase there where I feel like this is coming in like 1, 2, 3, the third phase as the third card. Is in shifting into something where something becomes more like tangible for you to get a grip of or get a hold of and run with it. So it's almost like I feel whatever is coming up is like another trial period, but you'll be able to more put together or put physically and teach it, share it, whatever, or bring something together where it's going to be more tangible is the word they're getting there, with whatever this business opportunity or this business idea that you have, or ideas, and it's like you get these clues, and he's like putting it all together. So there's something new coming up there for you in that way, Sagittarius. So just when you thought you were going to like throw the towel in a bit, or not so much throw it right in, but just give it up, and some of those thoughts might have come through you, run through your head for some of yous. May not be really super seriously, and others of you it may be really quite serious about it. But I'm just hearing like there's the Man of Wands is here, and there's something. I'm hearing the word salvageable there for some of you, but it's something about not letting it go just yet. It's just like this is a phase. And some of you, I feel like this has been a long time coming, getting this information through. So it may be that you may need to step into this male energy here, who like this King of Wands or Man of Wands, and maybe you do a little bit of acting as per se in order to get things rolling. So it's like sometimes I'm hearing that fake it till you make it, because there's something about like that belief, believing in yourself and giving this a shot, and whatever it is that you're doing, but taking the next step, because this is kind of like a new beginning, or taking into the next step and either expanding it. And maybe you've been like holding off, maybe that's you, but this King of Wands energy comes in. So there may actually be a mentor, an entrepreneur, a business-like person that's in your life. There may be probably a male energy where you may be able to get some inspiration, and they may be sharing some tips or ideas on how to, and how to work with what you are working with. So, there's nothing like following a successful person. When I say follow, it's not to the T, but on saying that, and it's in a way that where they offer you advice, you can take it or leave it, but and tweak it to how it will work for your business. So this person could be on Facebook, or YouTube or something. It could be someone. It could be someone in your life that has that you actually know of, that and physically that is just handy to you, where you can get connect with this person. But it may be either, it may be that you get a mentor or a coach, or a life coach, or a business coach, or in some way or form, or a mentor, or, but like I say, they're there to help, or someone to, mentor you, basically. And then we have the Tower, so which is interesting. They'll talk about new beginnings. So even all that is like a new phase, taking a new step. So sometimes it can be a little bit, tricky, challenging, scary, as you take, and we can procrastinate as we're taking these new steps and expanding. And sometimes it's just that lack of knowledge. So it may be that you're needing to learn something. So for some of you, I feel like it's maybe breaking down some barriers of thoughts and feelings, and maybe you may be feeling not confident about taking that next step, or taking a step, whatever it is. But something is, there's the Tower card, so something is falling away. And I like the description on one of the other decks that I have got, and it talks about, the old falling away or breaking away to allow, the new to come through. So this is what the Tower is like. Things start to crumble down, either within you, as in, perception, beliefs, and that sort of things, energetically with you in your mind. So that sort of thing. And literally it could be like things like physically, like crumble down as well. So there's probably both things happening where things come apart at the seams, as per se, for some of yous, where it reveals something new, or where it allows you to move into something new, because there's been a clearing of things, and clearing away of things to make way for new, basically. So don't, it's what I'm hearing is like, let that go. So this King of Wands, obviously it's you, hello. So whether, obviously if you're a male energy, that's you, but this could be a female energy as well, who is, a fire sign there that is going into business. And it may be that you've had to hop into your masculine energy, but it doesn't matter. But it may be that, you have that King of Wands energy about you. And then we have, going into the next row, is like the Sage of Cups and the Nine of Worlds. So the other one, whereas, with the Five of Cups, Wands above there. So, yeah, there's a regenerator with the Sage of Cups. So there's something new comes in, like, and there's in an emotional way, of course, and feelings. But I feel like it's like your intuition. There's something new, a new beginning or a new way of thinking with your feelings and your emotions, and intuition and your creativity starts to spark up again. So coming out of that oppression there, which is just beautiful. So whatever it is that you're working through, there's obviously an emotional attachment to something in some way or form with your, and if you have feelings about it in that sense. But this card here talks about regenerator, which is like something is like regenerating again. It's like your energy, your passion. It like lifts a bit more, but you have more insight. I'm hearing someone in spirit say more life about you. Something's been more zhuzhed up for you, so which is really cool. So there's that regeneration, and with that is the Nine of Worlds. So the Nine of Worlds in this deck is the Pentacles in this deck. So so something is starting to come together for you. It's like there's this harvesting. So there's like something has come to or like full circle, or come to a circle where you're able to, you've got the information you need. It's something is more coming together where now you can make a move, because harvesting, like is you're able to bring all your ideas, or to pick to reap the rewards with where they're talking, because they just keep showing me the fields, in the crop. So it's like money is coming in, will start to come in, and that sort of thing. So because it's time to harvest, it's time to like put get things together and harvest something. Or it could be for you at this point is like harvesting could mean, or bringing together all that skills and knowledge, and actually in the research that you've done to take the next step, and the people that are there to help you, to make that move. Now this one's sticking out. I want to take that one. So here we have the Devil's Play. So that's the Devil card. So this is, you stepping outside of your vulnerability and using some of that, switching that vulnerability, and, getting on saying that, because it's like there's, typically in the other Devil cards, there's, there's you're bound to to chains, and so this is about setting yourself free from the chains that bind you. So it's and from all that chit chat in your head that I can't do it, yes I can. And some of you may be going into, or may have gone into that space, or may go into that space depending on where you are with this story, with about all that self-sabotage and stuff like that. But I feel like the Devil card can be about addictions as well, so breaking free of habits, and that's what they're talking, not about the chains of freedom, freeing yourself from addictions or habits, belief patterns, and you know, that sort of thing that you know of anyway, what is there. And addictions could not necessarily, you know, recreational drugs or medicinal drugs, you know, medication, Western medication or anything like that. It could be food. It could be maybe you're, you know, overdoing something. It could be that you're underdoing something. Your addiction could be that you are not helping yourself. Basically, get out of bed in the morning to do something. So that's switching your mindset so around that. So whatever it is, but setting yourself free to head down the path where you know you want to head, rather than and so there's something about blocking you there. So that is, you know, one of the which is really interesting. How you or ideas, suggestions, advice. So looking at that part, what is it that is, you know, holding back? And sometimes it's right in our face and we don't actually know it. Or not actually, well, not so much don't know it, but don't, what do you call it, accept it or acknowledge it, resistance, that sort of thing. So then we have the Man of Worlds, which is, you know, like I say, is the King of Pentacles. So he too is a businessman. So, and he's very clever about what he does. And like the Man of Wands, oh gosh, and he's come out with under the Man of Wands. So he is the achiever, okay? And, you know, he does things. He makes things happen. He makes it work. But he's also not just for, he's about, you know, the Pentacles is like earth sign, of course. So he's about grounding, stability, building that foundation. So there's maybe something where there may be some foundations that are required to be built again, and or looking at things, or depending on, like I say, if this is a business that you're like wanting to regenerate, like with yourself, regenerating yourself to get into the space where, you know, where you're achieving what it is that you want to do, you know, financially, but not only that, but with, you know, in with the family as well, and life in general. But it's going to take a little bit of work for you to do that, but it's like you're going to have to take some action and take some steps to get towards that. But it is there. And it's just like it's just moving. So for some of you, for, you know, for all of us, really all of you, it's, and to some degree it is about timing. However, we can, you know, for a good portion of you, it's we can shift that, you know, like with everybody, we can shift that timing if we're going to shift our mindset to get going a little bit sooner than what we needed to. However, there are things as, you know, this isn't like necessarily rushing it. This is like, you know, doing the hard yards, you could say. This is in looking within to, you know, and listening to our intuition as to when we're making that move. And sometimes we mistime it, and it may take us a little bit longer. That's what what they're meaning, or what we're meaning by that. And we mistime it, or we hold off, and it's like it feels like we're missed an opportunity, but there is another one down the pathway. But also it's about doing our own little bit of homework and on ourselves as with around us, and preparing to get cracking again, or get moving, or take the next step, basically. Phew, it's really hot in here now. It rained before and it cooled things down. Now that's just gone muggy again, as I'm doing this. So there is a lot of energy around, so on saying that, so I'm just going to take this one because this one fell out. This is the Star card, which is really so awesome too, because the Star talks about hope and inspiration as well. So this is like you being your own inspiration, actually, you know, being the inspirator yourself, seeing yourself as that inspiration. So you've gone on a journey, you're going on a journey, and I feel like it's like, you know, you're coming out of something. There's something about achieving if you allow yourself to go there, but it's in the Star is there. But like I say, I am getting this again, and it's like the timing here, it's just a lot of this is in the timing, as always, as usual, and it's about, so it's about being mindful about your timing in this, okay, with the Star. So there is definitely hope and inspiration, because it's like it's come underneath the Tower card as well. So there's something is breaking away, falling away, and it's like and it opens those doors to you, for you to, so you can heading towards where it is that you do what you want to do, be, give, and have in your life, and who you want to do, be, give, and have things in your life, and how you want to do, be, give, and have things in your life as well. Or how you want to do things, yeah. And how you want to have things. It's just like, it's like going through that list of things and being through what is, what lifts your energy, that gives you that energy, that momentum to get going, to get cracking. Cool. Okay, so anyway, I'm just need to being drawn to like give it the kind of like, okay, get on with it, get that moving, get moving. It's like, oh, don't forget that. So and I wasn't going to forget, but there's maybe that sense that was you get this burst of energy. So it's like to get something cracking. So this is like when you do get that burst of energy, because I just felt it like teeter away then, and you may be like teetering away at the moment, and it's like getting back into it. So this is for your own projects, okay? So what do we have for Sagittarius in line that would help them? Potential, okay. See, potential. So in this card, if you have a look in here, there's this face that's just like looking out, heart chakra area, but just in the heart chakra, like in the thymus area, the throat chakra area. So it's like there is potential there, and it's sitting there, but it's just like looking out to where am I going? Where are we going? But just peeking through. And I feel like it feels like I want to say, just having a look and taking that next step and having a look-see at whatever it is that's out there. So now the angels want to come through. So I just want to let you know that I have shuffled all these cards. Okay, there's something about making something special too. So it could be around Christmas that they're talking about. So this is, for some of you, this will be a super special occasion. Others may be a bit more laid back, but there's something about, and you'll know who you are, about making it special for you, around you. And that is Archangel Raphael, FYI, at that card from that deck. So anyway, I'm just going to shuffle here a few more cards. See what we have here. From the collective of angels, what we have for Sagittarius that could help inspire them, shuffle them along, give them some advice. Oh, rest. Okay, there is that thing about rest. Okay, so yes, do rest. Okay, and the one there, I can feel like some of yous may have been like really busy with one thing or another. It may not necessarily just be like work as such, but it could be like there's been whatever you've been doing. It feels like a lot of work, but it's like hearing like taking rest. Okay. There's also because I'm just hearing some of your mind. So that's resting the mind, delegating others to do stuff, chilling out. And making sure you're delegating, others to do stuff or bring stuff or, along the line. But because I'm feeling like some of you, your head is like more thinking about what to, where to next. And that's okay, but take a rest, okay? Triangle, some of you, there's, I heard love triangle. But I also, there was like that through the mother, mother, father, son, that in the, the Holy Spirit's, that triangle. But there's a lot of, there may be a triad in some way. There may be three of you involved in something. But it's like what I'm hearing is that, with a triangle, there's like that's firm. And just maybe pyramids maybe around you for some reason. So, but there's something about a triangle, and I'm hearing like as in angles, like physically. So you may get some signs of some sort to do with triangles or three people for some reason. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So hopefully you'll know. Let me know if you find out what that triangle is for you. But it's like it's either three people or three, you know, three things turn up, and it's something to do with triangles and or pyramids. Okay, there's that shape. Oh, sorry, Archangel Michael wants to have a few words as well. Okay, see what he has to say for you, Sagittarius. Okay. Fix yourself first and foremost and share, teach others how you did it. Keep on being it. So whatever it is, if this may be like whatever you're processing is like, and it could be that this, you know, I feel like in a way he's talking about like, take care of yourself, make sure you're doing things, you know, on the up and up, in the sense that you, you know, that you're looking after yourself well, you know, and not, if there's something about judging, you know, that sort of thing as well. So, but this is about you leading the way, being the leader in, you know, in the way that you, in everything in life really, in your ethics, your morals, and you know, that sort of thing. And there is something about a transition. There's definitely a transition, because that there is the newness there with the King of Wands. Something's coming in that's new. And the Tower comes in, that's new as well. So, and it's shifting into from this oppression sort of a feeling or state, whether it's mentally, emotionally, you know, or, you know, or you're overthinking things, like the mentally sort of side of things, overthinking things, your mind, and also, or it could be, you know, yeah, okay, where they're going. Or even the physical side of things, getting moving as well. Okay, sweet. Okay, anyway, I want to leave it there with you now. With my, and so from my amazing spiritual team, we leave you with lots of love, lots of peace and harmony, as well as love, peace, harmony, excitement and adventure, in abundance, and also, you know, with like the universe is like, yeah, a prosperity and abundance as well. So have an awesome, joyful, loving, peaceful as well Christmas time, and you know, and all that stuff and all that jazz. Okay, Merry Christmas, bye for now, and we'll see you. I'm going to do next week probably, and get ahead with the January one for you, reading for you. Okay, bye for now.